welcome back to What If Zuko Was Castle Gate, Part 2. So when we were left off, Zuko mustered up all the different versions of himself, going from being so cute and wonderful to I'm gonna kill everybody. Honey, kind. So basically, Zuko is doing that, and so the healing girl Zuko, who grabbed All Might and put him inside Zuko's gate thing, like door thing. I call it a door, not gate. But sorry if I'm talking loud, but it's this stupid wind. So, that, I'm also apologizing for that. So, have fun. So, all of the Zukus. Here. Hold on. There we go. That's much better. So Zuko was basically he summoned a bunch of different versions of his friends and his family to take on All for One. There's even a All for One version of himself battling against All for One. So, All for One says, "Ooh, this might be unexpected. Aren't you a lucky son of a gun, aren't you? Zuko, I can't wait." As he is getting beaten up so bad that, heck, the Doomsday Zuko even took All for One into space, and Space Zuko helped him with that. As he says, "Thank you, Zuko," as they took him to space. And let me remind you, Doomsday Zuko could survive anything. So he basically survived. He even went through the entire sun. Space Zuko went around and grabbed him. But All for One did not make it. So, Zuko, Gate. He basically says, "Open up." As he opens up, and it's like a vacuum of space one. All for One is like, you're gonna kill your comrades. Sorry. You're gonna kill your comrades, I see. As Doomsday, he says, "Nope. Because my evolution power allows me to survive anything." Basically, this going into a sun is like, as he took All for One jumped through Zuko and ends up as he basically went around back and he jumped right back out. As the Zuko that looks like Tape Boy right there, or actually pulled him in with all of his strength. He could muster it up. As he closes the door, as All Might was basically was in a like side pocket one. So now he let All Might go free, and of course she made him go prime again. Like basically healed him. He even got healed on his side. As only person that, or actually Horikoshi, or I forget his name, Zuko's his father, down there, was asked, or actually Bakugo's mom asked Zuko, or asked Inko, to turn to the news right quick, as she turns to the news and sees her own son and his different versions. As they go back into him, he closes the gate and they all went back to their own dimensions. As then All Might says, "Thank you, Zuko. I appreciate that." As he says, yeah, you're welcome, All Might. As it was Prime All Might, not the... He doesn't need to rely on a time limit anymore. As they're like, wow, Zuko. Basically, when all of them saw what Zuko did, they're like, he's the most powerfulest boy in the world. And Momo's mother could tell that she wants to get married to Zuko. Because every time she saw like what Zuko did, it impresses her. Like as she's just like so happy about that. So now, and plus Jiro saw what the music version of him is. Like his voice, he's almost put everyone to sleep. So the next day, everybody asked Zuko if, like heck, Jiro asked Zuko if he could bring the music Zuko back. And so he did, and his soft tone was so soothing that basically made everyone fall in love with him. As then where is those pictures? I was talking about here they are. And Frog Girl saw like or actually Momo, who walked up to Zuko and said to her, or said to him, that he, or that she wants to get married to him. Like, so does Ochako, but because how he's not that heavy, he's just a, so he, or so Ochako decides to ask to bring him in, or his, or different version of him, as they, like, okay, as Momo and basically a door, or no, gate, ain't, or castle gate, ain't got married. And he could go anywhere. Like for their honeymoon thing, they got married. They basically were actually when they got on their honeymoon one, Momo was thinking about going to a San Francisco thing, or to Iceland, or to anywhere. So Zuko decides to take her to a romantic dinner thing, and they couldn't like eat inside because how tall he was, but he says, "Hold on, please," as he shrunk down into much more like his size, or he shrunk down to size of Momo's his size. As they both went in, they were basically talking and doing that stuff. As he is get known way better now because of Momo is now talking to him more. And so does Tinya, because as he was size of Momo, like, here, I have a picture of her. Basically, picture that Zuko in his in his Millennium Golem size, or Golem, or Millennium Golem version of Zuko, as Momo's size. As she, so they were like, they got married before her, and so, but one day, Inko decides to, or actually, she went and asked if Zuko's around. As they said, well, he's on a date. Or actually, he's right around this corner. Hey, Zuko, the lady's here for you. Or as he turns his neck when he's in his golem form, like that, he turns his neck all the way. And he says, as he like speaks, hello. Oh? As he puts his hand out, as Inko knows that her son is being polite to her, surprisingly, as she says, hello, Zuko. I have one little thing to ask, because when I saw what you did to All for One, and you basically summoned a bunch of different versions of us, and as he knows that something's gonna, but this is what she said. I know that since you were born with, or we didn't know that you were born with this much power to summon different Zukus from any timelines. As he even like, yeah. So Horikoshi like says she is asking you, Zuko, to come back to us. As a golem Zuko or Zuko golem like nods his head, okay. As then Momo is like, yes, these two are your parents? As she told, as Zuko blushes, but he's a really good hiding his blush under all that. So Inko says, who is this woman? And Zuko, son, as he says, this is Momo. Actually, Momo says, I'm Momo. Or please call me Momo. Oh. And I'm Zuko, who's his wife, basically. As Zuko, or as Inko is like, where is that picture of? It was as she starts crying, like she couldn't believe her own son is a full man or golem. As she was crying, she couldn't believe her own son is so tall, So, but she, as Inko, or actually Zuko, kindly pulls out the slow oh as he puts it in the front, or like wipes her tears off. She's with one finger because he knows that how tall he is, or he actually, or same size as Momo, who, but so he wipes her tears off as he gave her a hug, and she, she could tell that he's always gonna be her child, no matter what. As Momo is, because she loves when Zuko is so like kind heart. She didn't have anyone to rely on until she came to UA and met Zuko. Because basically, no one could even keep up with her of how smart she is. So, Inko or Momo says, I'll give you some time to Ling. Spend some time with your mother, okay? As Inko, who, or actually, he says, as Momo, or Zuko was nods his head. Yeah, and as he, Momo knows that as she winks at him, see you at bed, and Zuko, as Inko was basically was so proud of her son, so she wants him back. So, but now, and Inko told, where is this? Told, sorry. Where is she? I'm trying to find her. Sorry if I'm going a little bit fast. So, Inko who told Zuko's sister the truth about Zuko is her brother, as she went, he's my brother? And she gave her back her, or actually she gave her back her memories of her brother. So she's like, so she knows that Zuko is her brother. So all three of them spend quality time together. So basically, Zuko was back to that one as Inko entered, as they see full furnished entire like house furniture thing inside of Zuko's pocket universe. as he had one for or kids room, like toddlers room. He had like guest rooms. He had his bedroom and like everything, like full size bath, everything. He even had a hot tub inside of himself. That sounds weird, yes, I know. But this is anime, not the canon one. So, Zuko, who was, or Zumi is so happy that her brother is I should just named it What If Deku Was a House? but his hero name was Castle Gate. As now they were like, heck yeah. As Inko, who is happy, like, she asked, son, how much time do you have on? As the spirit version of him, like his soul, says, well, I have a lot of time. Plus, a lot of different versions of myself can spend also time here too. We have also training courses that train our powers, and basically I also could put it in my side pocket one, and we could go anywhere. Only you guys. As they're like, yeah, we can tell. But, so, Zuko was, because his body could handle any weather situation. Basically, if they're sorry, I just thought about it. Okay. If it was like a tornado or tsunami, he could basically open his gate thing and teleport all the water, like tsunamis, basically out of or into his own septic tank. Like, he has a water heater thing. As that thing could handle a lot of water. So, as the female Zuko, who comes and greets him with apples, fruit, and as when Inko and Zumi saw what they looked like, or what Zuko looked like as a female, he all started laughing, not maniacally, but the female Zuko knew that they weren't laughing at her, so she laughed along. As he wasn't being rude or anything. As he went showed them the training room where Doomsday Zuku was at training his quirk. So Inko sees a monster, like, okay, who is he? As Zuku says, oh, that's me. As he tells Doomsday Zuku, hey Doomsday, come up here and introduce yourself, please. As he says, sure thing. As pause simulation, as he walks up to Inko and pets her on the head. Like, hi, I'm Doomsday Zuku. Friend, or they call me Doomsday because of, could just end anything. So, and sometimes they even, like, all of them, because they had so delicious food that, like, to feed the entire army. Heck, his body is, like, built like a fortress. Yeah. So, then, after Inko, the rest of them left, the cleanup crew, aka him, picked up everything and like put them all back. And he converted back into his downsized form. As he, or of course, Momo, who says, ready, sweet me? That's what Momo told Zuku was. As, of course, Nurse. One day there was a meteor, was going to crash down onto the city. I know this is not canon one, but this is my version. So Zuku, he like laid down. He basically laid down, opened up his chest, and as a giant hand, like a ghost hand, grabs the meteor and pulls it into his body. As Momo was worried, as so does the Class 1A, 1B, and all the pro heroes. But Zuku pulled it off with no doubts in his mind. As he, like, teleported it back into his world away from everybody. So he was like, as he got, or because he can, when he turned back, he lifted himself back up. As he basically did that. Been there, done that all my life. Sorry. So, now, because the Golem one, he actually took care of everybody. And Nezu told Zuku that no need to go into that quirk thing to becoming a hero, or that last final part, you already passed. As he already passed, as as Nezu says yes. It's basically, it's nothing to worry about, Zuko. You already passed. But Momo has to. As she's like, oh, come on. As Zuko says, I'll probably be watching you. Okay? Cheer up. Okay? As Momo says, yeah, after all, she basically as he was same size as Momo, so Mr. Ozawa and Blood Hero knows that Zuko isn't be in there because he already passed. But they didn't know that because Nezu told them. So he sat down right next. Actually, funniest thing, because his gate thing, his gate ability was actually Mr. Ozawa and Blood Hero and got a front row seat. As or they couldn't see, or actually not see, but they so only person that really knew, of course, he decides to shrink him because he was non-organic one, like no flesh ones. I know that he's like a living entity, but it doesn't count. So he became like size of a small door, like a world's smallest door. As Momo could sense that he is watching her, so she is like, as one of the class 1A students, or actually Jiro was dating human Pikachu, so and so only thing that's giving her cred was actually Tape Boy. Like, come on, I know that he is the top student, but as Dark Shadow is like being serious too. So Momo is like ready to do this or put a good show on for him. As they all agree, because they all know that Zuko plus Class 1B helps Class 1A, and they took out everybody. And alarm thing will go off in about a couple minutes, so now I'm skipping it, so now it's overhaul fight thing. I know that I don't have overhaul fight, but Zuko basically is size of Momo, and he went to that meeting, and so Sir Night Eyes says to Zuko that I know that you has a warp gate ability, kinda. As he says, I don't have a quirk, but it's my power of my skill. As they're like, oh, yep, okay. As he says, actually, Sir Night Eyes asks Zuko if he is okay if they could go in and know where Overhaul is. Or actually, Fat Gun, I forget his name, asks Zuko, or he says, sorry to serve your conversation, but Zuko, can you analyze this for me? Or as Zuko says in his, he says, or he nods, as he opens one of his chests, like that one right there, or actually, he actually used his eyeball, or not eyeball, he actually pulled down his front middle chest thing enough as a scientist man, and I'm trying to look for him, a kind of like a crazy doctor, was actually one that looks like Zuko, or actually it was him. He ends up getting, he grabs it and he analyzes it. I see. It's quirk erasing bullets. As he turns his head and looks at Mr. Aizawa, and he asked him, I know that you're the hero that's for your job is the underground things, right? Yes. As he says, have you encountered any of these ones during those days? No. Well, they're getting more common in the underworld home. As they're like, huh. And it's made out of her skin. As he had, or actually, Zuko had a lot of files on his person. So the doctor pulls out the file of Ares. As he tells them that everything about it. As Ochako and them are like, yep. And Mirio is a little bit freaked out because having a little person inside of a golem is scares him. But then he realizes it is him inside of his own body. So he says, "Well, huh. I think that you are right, Zuko. He he must be taken down immediately." Before her. And his friends were also freaked out, but they realize it's Zuko's other personalities. As he as he was pretty cool. Like Ares was or actually Zuko ran into her once, or not in his big form, but in his small, like Momo size. As she was scared of him at first, as Zuko says, "No need to be scared of me. I'm here to save you from him." As it was, Overhaul says, "You found my daughter." As Zuko says, "Huh." As he says, "I'm, or your, or he, or she is not your daughter. I checked your files. She is your boss's or granddaughter. I can tell that based off of what she has gone through. You tortured her." As Overhaul is surprised, like his face reaction is like, "What? How did you know that she's not my daughter?" As who told you? As he says, "Well, give it up. Those quark erasing bullets are no more." As Overhaul is like, "You won't take him alive." As he tries to use his decay quirk, or like rebuilds one, but Zuko grabbed his arm, as he says, "I know how you feel." As he like opened up his chest, and him walked out, as he says, "You are no match for me. So just give up. Hand those quarks erasing bullets to me." As Overhaul is like, and as he's got intercepted by her, as she says, "Don't worry, young one. I'll make sure that you're safe. Okay? And here's a lollipop for you." As she was crying, but when she got petted on the head by her, she knew that to trust Zuko. So basically they all Overhaul is like, you contain the different universe power, aren't you, Zuko? As he says, "Yep." And if you don't give up, my friend here will knock some sense into you. As all the Overhaul's men came rushing out and starts attacking Zuko, trying to make him budge. As no, he transformed into. Sorry. He transforms into his monstrous form and slaughtered them. And so she basically picked up Aries and put her inside of Zuko's pocket universe, as she got treated not poorly, but she got treated so nice that she even gave her some of Zuko's old clothes that he basically that when Zuko was, or actually she says that when I was your age, Zumi, or Aries, I was wearing those same clothes too. But now, after I met certain people, and I was the same. As he basically is a mobile house. Basically, sorry, I'm laughing so hard. So, Zuko was pretty powerful. Plus, Mirio, is like, Zuko, where are ya? But Zuko responds of, I'm over here. As he ain't no hell. As Momo told Zuko, don't forget to go on a meet or bleach. That's what I'll call it. The one that where water and the land, and basically a sand area. So Momo says, don't forget to do it, because she knows that Zuko will end up forgetting. So she told Mirio to remind Zuko. So Mirio, or actually not Mirio, where is he? The one that where is she? Basically her, the blue-haired girl, as she goes, tells Zuko, don't forget, did you forget to go to the bleach thing? Or bleach, or sand? As he says, no, but I'm going right there, or after I'm dropping Aries off at the authorities. We'll just worry about that, as they're good people. As she was happy about it. She loves Zuko so much, and he basically had two legs. So he got up and he ran full sprint. And Momo was in a swimming outfit. And she says, are you ready, Zuko? As he says, yep. let me get my outfit on. As he transformed into that, and he transformed into a his own custom swimsuit that he made. As he Momo says, yeah, you who needs a changing room? I got you, Zuko. As Zuko is embarrassed at this point. He's really good at hiding it. But he just laughs it off. So she says, don't forget your sunscreen. As they said, oh man, I forgot mine. As she asked if to borrow some. Sure thing. As she had some right then and there. So she puts it on, and she was pretty happy about it. As she feels and so she went swimming. And so did Tenya, and rest of them. As he or actually, because he needed a sewing thing, he made a giant blanket for shade. Basically, they all were in the shade near the ocean. As he made sure that it was nice and cool for them. They even packed beverages. Of course, Izumi and them having fun. And Zuko's is swimming around. But then there was a little incident happened. It was a shark was gonna attack Momo. But looking for him, or actually Doomsday, or actually the different version of Zuko that was playing with Zumi, saw that, and he told Momo that to please get out of the water. As she says, sure, why? As he flew above her, or actually Zuko, or Ghost one, grabs the shark, or Momo was turned around and saw that. She says, oh crud. So the monster version of him came and took care of the shark. Basically killed him by using his tongue, pierced right through the shark's brain thing, and ends up killing him and turning into into a basically he into shark fillet. Basically, he tried to cook it properly. And Momo is like, thanking you, Zuko, for saving my life. As they're like, you're welcome. As it was, Zuko was not so like happy about how some people are just ignoring them. So they said, Big Brother, how about play us some music or get the music version of yourself out? Okay, as he had a stadium and he was singing and that's those songs was not boring. They were hyping everybody. The entire Japan was like, heck yeah, this is our song right here, boys. As Bakugo's mom that was there, she heard it and she loved how Zuko plays their favorite song. And it was just all fun now. They got married or actually a couple of days ago, they got married and they had, or actually Momo had a big stomach. She had not just one kid, not two, not three, not four, but 5 kids inside of her. One of them, or actually 2 of them was girls. One was Wonder Girl and the Platinum Girl. Or Smasher, like Pass and Smash girls. So, and they had was 3 brothers. One that had her powers. The other had All Might is One for All. The other had, or the third and final one had powers of Dobby, Toga, twice, Warp Gate, and all of that. Basically, they know that Zuko, or because when Momo told Zuko and Zuko woke up and she ran to the hospital as she knows that the hospital took her in and she went to all 5 and then, or 6, 5. So, have fun. This is the end of the video and have fun.